Now, how is it possible that the group that never touched the basketball did better than the group that totally did? How is that? Why does that make no... To me, first, when I first heard this, I went, that's not logical at all. You've got to get the feel of the basketball, the feel of the ball in your hand, the weight, the trajectory of the shot. You know, you have to get a sense of that, and you never touch it during this. Well, how could we explain that? What is the explanation?
You were saying there is no difference between imagining and actually experiencing in your brain. So they're just imagining how to do it.
And you said before, what were they imagining?
Not failing.
Right. They were imagining successfully shooting. When you're shooting, did you hit it every time? David might. Taiwan might. The rest of us, probably not. Okay? So what happens when you notice that you're being successful in something?
It makes you more successful.
More successful. You feel more confident, right? Oh yeah, okay, I shot that. I can do that again. Shoot it. And then when it comes to the so-called actually doing it, you take that confidence into there and, okay, you keep doing it. Does that make sense? Is that interesting? I want to try this little experiment. Susan, would you mind? Can you shut that door, please? I want you to take everything that's in front of you and just move it off to the side, and then sit in your chair so that you can put both hands on the table in front of you. So there's nothing directly in front of you. So you're going to need a little right in front of you space. So if you went like this, you're not going to hit anything. Now, we're going to go through a little tiny closed eye process. You're going to close your eyes with this. Don't peek, don't open your eyes. I'm not going to do anything weird to anyone. But I want you to just be as playful and carefree with this as you can. Don't take this seriously. Okay? I'd like you all to sit up so that your butts are in the back of your seats, so your hands are on the table in front of you. Okay? Now, here's what I like you to do. I like you to close your eyes. Keep them closed, and you're all experts at that. Now, what I would like you to do for just a moment is I would like you to imagine that there is a big, ripe, yellow lemon sitting on the table in front of you. It's, you know, a little bit bigger than a baseball. And if you look down at it, you notice that it's remarkably yellow. And you might even put your hands down for a second on it and just kind of wobble it. If you push down on it on one side, you notice that it wobbles, and then you let go and it stops wobbling. And do that for just a minute or two, or a second or two. Just kind of get a feel for this lemon, this yellow lemon on the brown table in front of you. And then go ahead and just kind of pick it up. Just pick it up with one hand. Pick up the lemon in one hand and maybe kind of toss it from one hand to the other. Get a feel for this yellow lemon, and take both hands and just kind of feel how it's bumpy. It's both very smooth and it also is bumpy, and just kind of sense that and notice how on both ends of this lemon are little knobs, and you kind of think to yourself, well, that must be how it hooked to the tree. And you can see how you can kind of sense the weight of it as you hold it in one hand, and so just kind of tune into this yellow lemon and contrast it to the brown table in front of you. So I'd like you to put the lemon down. Just let it, and notice how it wobbles just a little bit and comes to being still. And so now what I'd like you to notice is there is suddenly in front of you, next to the lemon, a very sharp knife. It's a really, really sharp knife. And what I would like you to do is just carefully grab the knife, not on the sharp end, but on the handle. Just grab the knife, and with your dominant hand, I want you to hold the knife, and with your other hand, I want you to just secure the lemon. So I'd like you to just secure the lemon, and I want you to just cut the lemon in half, just carefully cutting the lemon in half. And notice as you cut, it's exploding with juice. This is the ripest lemon of all time. And be careful, because you don't want any of that juice to get in your eyes. And just carefully cut through it, and you notice as you cut that it separates into, and the two pieces wobble, and you let go of it, and now you're just holding the lemon, or excuse me, the knife, and the two halves of the lemon are in front of you. You can see the juice just oozing out, and you can see the different colors of yellow, the inside compared to the outside. And as you look at it, you also notice that there's little compartments inside the lemon. And so just kind of drop your knife for a second and pick up the lemon and just bring it up to your nose and just smell and take in the whiff of this lemon, and notice how very lemony this lemon is. Just really take another deep breath and notice how very lemon. You can feel the juice going down your hands because it's so juicy still. It's just unbelievably juicy. And so you put the lemon back down on the table. Just let it kind of wobble to a stop. And pick up the knife again. I'd like you to just take one of the halves of the lemon, and I'd like you to cut that in half again. And notice how the juice is just spitting all over the place. It's so lemony. Just cut it in half, and you notice that now you have a quarter of the lemon that is kind of wobbling and comes to a stop, and you've got the other quarter still in your hand. And now I'd like you to just put down the knife. Just put down the knife and kind of take that quarter of the lemon and just kind of look at it for a second. Have it in both hands, or just kind of sense it, but don't touch the juicy part because it's too juicy, and you don't want all that juice running down your hands, because then you'll have to clean it. But you can smell the amazing smell of this lemon. And now what I'd like you to do is just bring it up and smell it again. Just take in and really tune into the smell of this lemon. It is just, it's almost sour just to smell. You can smell the sourness of it. And it's, you can see the yellows, and you can sense the size of it. And now what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to open your mouth, and I'd like you to put the inside of the lemon in your mouth and take a really big bite. Just take a big bite, and it's the most souring bite you've ever had. It's just exploding with flavor of sour in your mouth, but you like it, so you're okay with the sour, and so you take another big bite. Just take a huge bite, just clamp down, and the juice just explodes in your mouth. And now open your eyes.